What's going on YouTube? This is Jose with Jay's Mobile Glass. I'm about to do a door front driver's side door glass laminated on a Ford F150. We're going to show you guys how to take it out and how to put the new one in. As you guys can tell, I always like to put it in the rear seat. We already checked it to make sure it's the right one. You always make sure that's laminated. As you can tell, it's two pieces. So we're good there. Make sure you see no scuffs on this glass. Since it is a laminated glass, it can be scuffed or scratched, but this glass is actually pretty good. So let's go ahead and get started. As you can tell, we have all the set here to go ahead and start taking stuff apart. You're gonna need, I think 7 is the one you're gonna use a lot. All right, you should have 2 down here. We're gonna use the extension. Oh, let's try 8. No, okay. It should be the 7. It's just the way the socket is, it's a little different. Let me go grab my other 7mm. It's always better to have a 6-point. I think the 6 points do a better job at grabbing the screws better. As you can tell, there's 1. Here's 2. There's 2. Now we're gonna check. Okay, nothing. You're gonna have 2 right here. We're gonna pop this panel off in a second. And you're gonna pop this off as well. Alright, see if we can use a fiber tool. Use a fiber tool to get in here. Actually, let's go ahead and take this out first. There you go. Just pops off 1, 2, and then 2 here. Make sure these clips stay on the plastic, guys. If I'm not talking loud, it's because I'm a little sick, so I apologize for that. Let's go ahead and pop this, but let's try and be careful. Just because I don't want to scratch the plastic. Let's see how we can get in there. What is, ow, I forgot. What it actually is, guys, it has a little thing on the bottom where you can actually plug in a tool and pop it out. And this is where something metal you can use under to pry. We're actually gonna use, see if we can stick the pig's foot in here. There we go. Now we can use the rest of the fiber tool to be safe. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 total clips. Goes in this way. So you definitely want to start this way. Go this way, go that way, and then slide it out. Be sure not to break this. If by chance you do break it, no big deal. I mean, do let your customer know so you can replace it, but it'll still stay on with the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 clips. Again, don't lose these little clip covers or clip locks. Make sure you can squeeze in through there. All right, and then you're gonna have 2 screws here, and 2 there. Let's check what size they are. And they are also 7s. Also 7s. Okay, put those all there. Now we still gotta take off these 2 in here. Same process as before. We're gonna use this one. It has a little notch. If you guys can see, it actually has a little notch right there underneath where you can stick it in there. Be very careful not to scratch, guys. There's one. there's two. See, on the very bottom has a little area where you can pull it. Because if you pull from the side, you can pull it and scratch it, and you don't want to scratch any of this plastic, guys. Make it look like you were never there. Okay, two more right here. Okay, there's one. We're gonna separate these over here because they're a little bit longer. All right, there's two. All right, guys, we should have all the screws out. Oh, we're missing one right here. Oop, almost got me. We're gonna put him right there. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and that should be it. Now on this, I have to remember if I pull it or I slide it up. We're about to figure that out in a second. Okay. And it seems like it's a pop-out one. We're gonna find each one. Go one by one. There we go, one yank. We're finding loose change in there. Let's collect it for him. There. All right, slide this up. We're gonna disconnect these for a second, guys. One. You won't be able to see too well here. There's two. Okay. Okay. Oh, we're missing one cable. Our pig's foot. We're going to take out this one. There we go. Beautiful. I don't want to lay this on the ground. Now it gives us more chance to actually pull this out. There we go. So what you want to do is loosen this, guys, and it'll just pop right out, and you got the whole panel off. So make sure this doesn't get scratched. We're gonna put it in the rear side of the truck for a second, just for a second. There we go. So again, guys, all you want to do is just pull this down, or sorry, it was this portion, I believe. Pull this portion down, and this should just pop right off in case you're having trouble with it. I was having a little trouble with that. I realized there's actually arrows pointing down to this portion, letting you know that. So again, so far we've only used the 7mm 6-point hexagon. That should be fine. And now we're gonna take this rubber piece off. Don't forget to put this rubber piece back on. You'll be very, very embarrassed if you don't. And I want to see, your customer can probably tell the difference. So now we're actually gonna go grab a bottle of spray because we're almost done. So now what we're gonna do is actually connect the panel for a second, and then just connect the power, the master power switch for the window. There we go. Just connect that. We don't really need the side mirrors. What we're gonna do is lower it to where we can see both of the holes, and we can stab it so we can open up the latches so they can unlock. We're gonna turn this truck on for a second. Okay, so we see one, now we want to see the other one. And the other one's right there, so I don't know if I'll be able to get to it from there. I'm debating if I should take off the speaker. Let's check if the speaker area will be in. I feel as if we take out the speaker, we'll have a little bit of luck, but I'm gonna guess that's right there. We're gonna guess the mate, the height of it. There we go. I didn't explain this in the beginning though, but these are all just clips kind of connectors, so they each have little things, make it easy. Ford made this really easy, so you have 1, 2, 3, total of 3. One size, you know, one size fits specifically to one portion of it, so that you can't mix them up, which is really good. There are some where you can actually get them mixed up if you're not careful. We're gonna go ahead and take out the speaker. Having an electric ratchet just makes things a whole lot faster, guys. If you don't have one, that's okay too. No big sweat. Just takes a little longer. Okay. Now, luckily this is magnet, so we're just gonna leave it there. And now we can actually see in here that we can get to this portion right here. What we're gonna want to do now is either use this or that, or if you have a straight one, it'll work too. But I like using this a little bit more. You're gonna want to get in there. All right, there's one popped open, and I don't know if you guys can see, but what I did was, I'm gonna try and get the camera as best I can. I pushed this little piece in, pushed it inward. We're gonna do the same thing over here. It's a little bit harder over here to see, so I'm gonna have to guess on this portion. I think we do have it. But we got locked back in this one, so now we have to push back again. There we go. What I'm actually gonna tell you guys to do is actually just go ahead and lower it all the way. Once you have this all the way up, go ahead and it's probably better once you have it dislodged, don't let it lock back in place. Go ahead and see if you can lower down the window all the way without it locking back into the little lips. We're gonna put the door panel back on for a second. If you can, put a piece of cardboard right here. That way you can easily access the door panel back and forth. You don't have to worry about walking back and forth. You don't want to waste time, guys. So again, every minute adds up. We're gonna connect the master unit, master switch again. Be cautious with the speaker. You don't want to poke it and then it not have the bass anymore. Okay, there we go. Now with my thigh, I'm gonna hold that, put the key back in here for a second. And there we go. Now we're gonna get that out. We're gonna go ahead and just leave it like that for a second. But it doesn't matter. While we disconnect this, make our lives a little bit easier. Put this back so it doesn't get scratched again. Treat these vehicles as if they were your own. All right, now comes the easy part. Pull it out. We're done. I'm gonna set this right here because it is just plastic on the bottom. As you guys can tell, he got hit right here and it just spider webbed outward. There was no need to take this rubber piece off. It will just slide in there, so I'm a little out of breath. Now to make your life a little easier, go ahead and spray this. make it so it can slide right in there, guys. Wow, lube it up a little bit. There we go. Now we're gonna go ahead and put in the new one. I'm gonna be more gentle with this because this is a laminated, so it'll pop on you, and it does not take much to pop a glass. So last thing you want to do is pop a glass. Nose dive it, but go ahead and nose dive it into one of the areas. So you're gonna want to nose dive it. And try to already start lining it up with the grooves. So as you drop it, it just goes right in. There we go. Boom. Beautiful, easy job. Not too hard. Slowly drop it. If you have to go around, hold it. Don't let it drop on you though. Now what I do recommend is, you guys can actually go ahead and push it down in here. See, you already heard it lock in place. And we're actually already locked in there. We're done. That was it. I'm gonna go ahead and just put this portion on because I know I'm done, but you always want to double check. So, oh, backwards. All right, there we go. Let's go ahead and put the door panel back on. But before I put it on, I'm gonna just connect this. Well, actually, what I'm gonna do is put this on my feet. As you guys can see, I'm not putting it on the ground. Let's go ahead and put the speaker on real quick because I know that was my bad, guys. These are actually the ones we were supposed to use. So, as always, you make mistakes, but it's okay as long as you realize it. As long as you realize it before you get too far, you're fine. Oops. Let's make sure we're lined up there. Okay. There we go. I had to move it up a little bit. To be safe, just go ahead and just do it with your hand. I know I didn't do that at the beginning, but it's okay. All right, again, you want to make sure these are snug. Don't over tighten. You can crack the plastic housing there, so just make sure they're snug. I'm gonna go ahead and put this on real quick because it's gonna be a pain to put on once I have the cover on. But still, before you actually put on the cover, before you push the clothes back onto the cover, we're gonna test it. But we already have everything connected here, and this cover there, and that on just in case. We're good to go. If we have to, we can take it off and then just recheck it. But now comes the test portion. And as always, test it before you put everything back together. We're gonna connect all these connectors back in real quick. All right, we will connect this in a second, so we haven't forgotten about that. We're gonna hold it with one thigh, get the key back in here. All right, now let's see how it goes up. Nice, 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 nice. There it is, automatic down. Always test the automatic up and down. Automatic up, test it, make sure it works. And we're good. Sometimes, guys, you might have to reset the automatic up and automatic down or the anti-pinch system. And the easiest way to do that is just hold the window up for 10 seconds, hold the window down for 10 seconds, hold the window up. You might have to do it a few times just to make sure it actually works. It can be very annoying, but it's something you have to actually take care of for your customer or they will not be happy. We're gonna go ahead and latch this thing back up, which is very easy. See if we can get a good angle on it. It just kind of slides in there. Boom, easy there. Now comes the other portion of putting this portion back on. I'm gonna put this back on there. All right, that's that. Line up the little lock first. Since it is a clip, just make sure you're lined up correctly. There we go. Make sure I didn't move the camera. So now we're lined up. That's lined up. Make sure this is lined up good, guys, because if not, you're just gonna mess it up. You can bend it. Now just, there we go. Easy, guys, we're good. All right, now we're just gonna work backwards. Put these screws, this screw, two right here, two, 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 one. All right, let's go ahead and go. Remember, these two long ones were the ones that actually came out from in there. Oh, wrong hole. Snug, guys. This is plastic. You don't want to torque them down either. Alright. You just want that snug feeling, guys, because you over tighten them, you'll crack that. You'll crack the plastic. You can actually hear it and feel it when you're going too tight. There we go. You'll hear it go on a little bit. So now we're left with 3 screws. 2 of them are the same and one is different. The one that's different will go up here, just in case you did forget, because as you saw, I forgot on the speaker. There it is, snug. Alrighty. Now we got these. These are angled a little bit, so let's make these a little bit of an angle. Alright. There it is. Alright, there it is. Cool, okay. So now we have those 2, we have those 2, we have that, we have that. They're good, we're done. Let's go ahead and start putting the plastic. Any order is fine, really. That, not a single scratch on it. Beautiful. Try and keep, again, beautiful, nothing, not a single scratch on it. We're good there. A little bit of leverage right there, but that's where you have to kind of get, that's the only opening they give you. Close to that. Now we get that little black cover here. Again, we did pretty good there, so we did pretty good there. There she is. Okay, now we're gonna test it out one more time now that we have it all back together. Automatic down, automatic up. We're good there, guys. Make sure if you want to, your side mirrors work. Your I really don't know what any of this is. Your lock works, unlock works. All right, guys. That was probably about 15-20 minute job, and this included me actually taking the time to explain it to you. There's only 3, like about a few tools I used. Plastic, so we don't scratch too harshly. I like to use a poker, a little bit with a curve to get more bite into it. A pig's foot, 7mm with an extension and an adapter with, because I have a 3/8. Unless you have a 1/4 inch Milwaukee electric ratchet, that works fine. A 1/4 inch set. I lost my 8, I need to find it. But yeah, guys, we never even used the 8mm, so make sure, again, if you have a 12 point, it won't work as well as the 6-point hexagon. The 6-point does a better job at getting those 7mm. 7mm is what Ford likes to use a lot. Again, guys, hope this video helped you guys out doing this laminated door glass. Now all we're gonna do is just clean here, clean some of our sweat if that was us, and other than that, we should be good to go. Make sure you guys like, share, and follow, and hopefully we'll be able to upload more videos for you guys to help you guys out. Have a great day. Bye.